What the fuck? What the actual fuck, guys? Like, you never just have those moments. I'm sure you do. I think everybody. I have been so fucking stressed out lately. Like, ridiculously, to the point where I'm experiencing just like pain in my entire body and it is difficult to function. And I will admit right now, guys, I go through these phases where that's just how life is. And I think that when I start to experience the actual physical pain aspect, that's when it's like a massive reality check to like something needs to fucking change. So a little backstory, you guys. I grew up with a mom that had fibromyalgia. If you don't know, it's kind of like a stress disorder. I don't know how to describe it. I'm sorry if I insult anybody who has fibromyalgia. It sucks, basically. You experience pain in your entire body, and it's basically stress induced. That's a little better way of saying it. Anyway, I grew up with a mom that had fibromyalgia, so I knew what that looked like. And when I was 18, 19, I started experiencing symptoms of fibromyalgia, which is basically chronic stress causing physical pain in your entire body, to the point where I couldn't sleep at night because of how bad the pain was. Anyway, back then, that's actually why I started smoking weed. I don't smoke anymore just for personal reasons. It kind of makes me a little paranoid now. Anyway, I'm 30 now, guys, and the weed did help immensely with the chronic pain and the stress. And when that starts to come back up, which, to be actually honest, is not that often, to where I'm every single day experiencing extreme physical pain in my body that makes me not want to move and get out of bed. I guess it's not too extreme. It's not as bad as it used to be when I was younger, but anyway, what the fuck? What the fuck? I just kind of realized, you know what? I need to fucking change something. This is not all right. And today, I took one of my meds. I do take meds as needed for anxiety and my bipolar erratic behaviors and symptoms. And after a discussion with my brother, he's being very helpful with this very difficult situation where I am actually going to have to cut somebody that is an extremely important part of my life. Just because I do not think that it is possible for me to have a healthy, non stressful relationship with them. And it's been a long time. I have cut them out of my life once before. I will say this much, it is apparent. And I think that what I've kind of concluded is that in this time of trying to create stability in my life, um, having a relationship with this person is kind of having the opposite effect on me. And I had to be real with myself about this. And I just think that I don't think that this person is going to be cut out of my life forever. I just do not think that I can deal with the triggers and the overwhelming amount of disdain that is uprising during this period of my life. I've obviously got a lot of shit to heal still in this relationship, as many of us can relate to with our relationships with our parents. But yeah, so there's a change that I'm partaking in, as well as I realized today that I feel like I'm losing myself. I think that's part of where this anxiety is coming from. The past couple nights, I've been. Okay, so I watched this TV show called Arcane on Netflix. I've never bought Netflix before. I've watched it when other people have had it, but I bought Netflix for the first time just so I could watch this TV show called Arcane. It's based on the video game League of Legends. If you have Netflix, watch this show. It is insanely good. It is like super philosophically and psychologically deep, and just like it's just fucking dope. Okay, and like interesting enough, the style, not just the style of the art, but the style of the characters and how they dressed, it was kind of steampunkish. It reminded me of like my own um favored forms of self-expression when it comes to style. And oh man, so I've been revisiting that aspect of myself. And then the past couple nights, I've been watching these fire dancers with fire fans and staffs, and I think they're called dragon staffs. And I've always wanted to do that. And I have done it a little bit, guys. But it's something that I've felt very, very deeply connected to, even just being around it. It's a very, I think, a frequent um, performance tool of the nomadic community. And it just, I don't know, watching those videos just like rewoke something up in myself. And I ended up coming down here to this pond that's near where I live and dancing for like probably a good 20-30 minutes. And I have not been dancing. And dancing is such a huge part of my life. And I think that like this morning, it's just like sometimes I think things you're drawn to things because your spirit and your subconscious is trying to tell you that you need something. And strangely enough, watching that TV show Arcane and watching these fire dancing videos just made me get back in touch with a side of myself that I feel like I started to lose by being here, where I'm currently living in Arizona and I'm working as a full-time bartender. I'm about to get my own apartment, guys. For the first time in my life, this is my first ever own. I've lived with other people in their apartments, but this is mine all by myself in like a month or so, and there's all these beautiful changes, and I'm really excited for this opportunity to work on creating stability in my life. The purpose behind this is actually tied to creating more mental stability in my life. And I'm hopeful that if I can create stability in the physical sense, then I can start to lean more into mental stability as well. So it's this beautiful thing, but I think that sometimes when you enter into a place, and it goes with the concept of like the five people that you spend the most amount of time with are that's kind of who you become, kind of a thing. And I think that it's something that naturally happens, and I think that oftentimes like this is a fear that people who have commitment issues might experience. I personally am learning to work through my own commitment issues, where you feel like kind of losing yourself and losing your independence when you go into a relationship. And I think that that is part of what I kind of realize perhaps is a fear of being a part of this community, is like them, becoming this place, and rather than remaining myself. And I feel like I started to kind of lose touch with my individuality and who I am. And I think that there is a beautiful aspect of maturing and growing, there's still parts of myself that I don't want to change. You know, like I enjoy my forms of self-expression, and I think that over time as I get older and such, and change myself, like that will also change. But like, man, I just am like, I think I'm realizing like I can't lose myself while trying to create stability. And it's weird because I don't there's honestly not a lot of people that I want to talk to about this. Like in the bar that I work at, that is honestly where I have created all of my friendships, and I'm learning how to kind of disconnect a little bit more from that, because I think that especially in this bar environment, everybody wants to have an opinion on you and your life and what you do, and everybody thinks that their view and perspective of how to do things is right. And I'm kind of being like, you know what? I was really good at kind of disconnecting from that. And the longer that I'm in this environment and connecting with people, the more difficult it has definitely become to separate myself from everybody else's beliefs and ideas and views and perspectives, blah, blah, blah. And I'm glad because, like, I feel like watching this Arcane show, um, and watching those fire dancers, like, the amount of like passion and inspiration that I felt coming back up inside of me is honestly probably unlike anything that I've experienced since I started this stability journey here. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want to lose touch with that. I don't want to lose touch with that beautiful, chaotic, fun, wild, feral woman that I am just because I'm here creating also another version of myself. And I don't think that I have to give that up. I don't think I have to give up the way that I enjoy dressing and acting and dancing and my beautiful personality and character. Like, I don't have to give that up. I don't have to sacrifice everything about myself that I just fucking love the shit out of, and things about myself that I know lots of other people love the shit out of. It's like, oh man, I think I'm learning the balance between transformation and remaining. I'm like trying to find the right words for this. Because I feel like I say this to you guys, and I say this to myself and my self love. It's like you don't have to change everything about yourself. And while that's true, like you can't help but change. We're always changing, we're always growing. That's just a part of life and humanity and not humanity. It's just life. Change happens, but you don't have to change everything. I don't know, guys. This is a. I think what I'm trying. I think I feel like I belong, but I don't necessarily feel like I fit in. But I don't think that there's anything wrong with not feeling like I fit in just because I'm very different. And I think that it like comes down to me feeling like I have to morph myself into how others are and what they expect and what they're used to because I'm not. I'm not what people expect. I'm not what most people are used to. I'm a very, very unique, wild individual. I don't want to lose that. That's part of what makes me me. I don't have to fit in to belong places. And even saying that, like I think that I do fit in a big way. Like I think that this is an amazing fit for me, but I feel so extremely different. But that's not a bad thing. I think I felt different my entire life, and feel like, especially people who have this kind of chameleon personality where you kind of morph a little bit. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that, but I think that when it comes to somebody like me, and perhaps you relate to this if you are also more of a nomadic creature, constantly moving, constantly just flowing with life, when you do something that is kind of against your nature, it transforms you in a certain type of way that's uncomfortable and beautiful. I don't even know what I'm saying, guys. I just like I think one of my lessons right now is learning to be okay with being different and truly accepting that there's nothing wrong with that, that I can belong in a place and I can live and flourish even if everybody around me is nothing like me. I will say I have met women who are very similar to me, amazing and beautiful characters. Like, oh my god, there's a couple that popped into my head right now. How wonderful. I would love to see them again someday. But just such vibrant, wild, feral, fun, unique women. So I know that there are people out there like me that are just like, what's the term? I want to say bosom souls, but I don't think that that's the word that I'm looking for. Just like there are people out there who are very similar to me with similar ideas, similar ways of dressing and being and acting and flowing through life. And I think that I think that I'm kind of missing that. Oh man, that's what it is. Yeah. I think I miss my friends. I think I felt very lonely and oh man, wow, this is just flowing out of me, guys. I'm just realizing all this shit. I think that I miss my friends and I'm in a place that is very different from me, and it makes me feel like to create deep connections like I have with other people who are not in my life currently, that I have to morph into somebody else to create that. Icky. I don't need to do that. This is the beauty of individuality. And there's nothing wrong with morphing. I will say this, guys. When you enter into relationships, and as long as you're happy with who you become in that relationship, that's okay. And it's natural. It happens. You morph with your environment and the people that you're around. And I don't want to like fight it completely and be like, "No, you morph to me." I think I just gotta like get in better touch with myself and like my passions and my desires so I'm not just losing myself in this new place, in this new way of being. Cool beans. All right, guys, I actually have to go to work right now. I'm not exactly sure what time it is, so I'm hoping that it's not later than I think it is because I might have to be at work in like literally 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Okay. But yeah, guys, that's my little thought flow today. Um, please do like and subscribe. Fuck yeah. And I love you and I believe in you and I hope that this brought some inspiration to somebody out there. It's okay to change and not at the same time. Don't don't lose touch with yourself. And it's okay if you do. Like I'm not being like, don't you fucking dare, that it will all end. Like that's the horriblest thing you can do. It's okay to lose touch with yourself sometimes because then you can find yourself again and then it's really exciting. You're like, oh my god, I'm so cool. I love myself. This is fucking dope. I missed you, B. But I hope that if you feel like you are losing yourself, that you start to do the things that you love or you find things that inspire you to find out what those are. For me, guys, I think it's about motherfucking time that I invested in one of my greatest passions, which is dance. Yeah, so I came here to dance today and I would like to invest in some fire fans. Just sharing that with you guys. Um, put it out there for me, getting that done and fucking whipping that shit out. Fucking maybe I'll dance at some festivals or some shit. That'd be fucking dope. I'm not really much of a festy girl because overstimulation. But anyway, guys, I love you. I really do. Thanks for being here. And go do something fun and feral. And think of me while you do it. And if you do it, if you do it, let me know what you do. Let me know what you do. Okay, bye, guys.